Hey, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of MyRail. Yeah, I know, it's been a while, I keep saying that, and if you're really curious as to what's going on, I'll leave a clip at the end of the video to show you what I've actually been working on. But for now, we need to get a bit more Halloween inspired, with either a bit of thriller, or a bit of horror, or even just a bit of spook. While we've done a maze in the past, that was for our villager to run around and be spooked by zombies that pop out of the ground. But it was quite small. Let's go bigger, bolder, and make it something we, as the player, have to run around and try and find the exit. So, if this is the first time you've seen this channel, take a look around. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But let's get started. Right, in order to have a big maze, we need to have a big space. And I found this area here which has a lot of open space, and just over the hill here is where the haunted area is. But on top of that, we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, and possibly even just off in the distance there, a 5th town. And this is right on the edge of our Lost Cities world. And having a maze might explain why we have a lot of broken buildings. Now, of course, that's part of the Lost Cities mod, but it does allow us to give us a bit of story, or a bit of lore to why we have this dystopian cities with buildings that are not really working anymore, there's nobody around, and we could in theory say it's because we've sent people into the maze. And so you can see the amount of area, and it's just over there, that's where the Halloween house is, and just this little bit here, you can see the back of the shooting gallery. Well, one thing we'll do is right down here, we're going to use probably a lot of this area, including maybe some of the hill there. We're going to do what we've done in the previous episode where we've done a maze. We're going to get a robot to do this. Now, before people click away, this is going to be probably 2 seconds to do, so don't click away. We won't be spending much time in there, but we're going to place down a robot there. Already loaded them up with OpenOS and the Maze Pro. We're going to quickly run the maze to get the arguments, which is width and length. Now, I'm thinking it's probably about 130 blocks or so in that direction and that direction. I'm thinking we'll probably go for about, let's go 33. So 33 by 33, we'll make a square. We're going to make it too high. We'll give it 4 width, which is going to be quite a large area for the player to be in, and of course we don't need refuel. But before we do that, let's go that and that, right? And if we're going 33, we probably want to expand out, let's go 136 that way, and we'll go 136 that way. Doesn't have to be exactly what we're putting in there, because what I want to do is if we go shift up T and set up some walls, stone, brick. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Try that again. 136 that way. And this direction, and we'll shift up. And then we'll put our walls in. Look at how big that is. It's pretty big. Is it too big? Does it fit within the lore? Yes, it does. So it's probably fine. Let's go center, stone, brick. So we can find out where the middle of this is. Here it is. Now this episode is going to be very Worldedit heavy. And in the next episode will then be all the tech and redstone and logic and stuff like that. Undo to take away that guy. Undo to take away the walls. Let's go shift me down. And then we'll put our center block back in, and we'll just start digging back down. There he is. Down. Now, we do need to clear this out. So let's go cylinder, air. Maths in my head. Probably 68, I think, from here. And we'll go 20 up. Okay, so that is our area. Let's put down a block or something so we can find them again. Yeah, it's quite a large area. And you'll note I'm doing a circle here, whereas our robot only does squares. but I'm hoping we can use that to our advantage. So that looks good though. Next thing we need to do though is if we make his area that he needs to work through, we're going to make another cylinder. This one will have stone bricks. So that's the size that our robot's set to take out all these stone bricks. And we can kick that off. While he's doing that, in the middle, we want to have another cylinder. Much like a very popular movie, there was a base camp in the middle with very tall walls, and then the maze went out from there. So let's go here, 15. 2. I think that's a bit too. Let's go 2 again, and we'll go maybe 10. Yeah, like that. Cool. What I really like, the idea of putting a small maze on the outside, then a medium size, and then a really large in the middle. So let's go back at our 68 hollow cylinder and make that maybe 9. Yeah, like that. We actually need to put something down here so we can find it again. And then we'll do, let's go 67 and 66. That's 3 in width. Yep, I like that. Now the water keeps flowing in. I probably should fix that. I'll fix that in a second. Middle section. Let's pick about 40. 40 should be fine. I want to make it a bit bigger as well. So let's go 9, 15. Does that look like? Yeah, so you can start seeing the idea of if you're in the middle of this thing, it's going to be quite imposing, but as you get further out, it should look quite cool. Let's go 41 and 39 maybe. Again, that's your 3 blocks out. What does that look like? So yeah, I like that. It's good. It's good. I'm thinking though, let's go at 42. Let's get down a little bit. Let's give it a bit of edge on the side. So we go over to here. What's that look like? Yeah, so you can start seeing the shape appearing in this. And then the idea is, of course, that the robot's going to come through and dig all this stuff out. So some of this will stay, some of it won't. And then our last set of walls are going to be really imposing. These are the ones that are really close up. So we want them to look massive. So we said it was 10, didn't we? So let's go with 11. 21? Oh, doesn't that look daunting? Imagine walking through this. Imagine starting in here and going, oh my. Let's make it 11, 12, and 13 at that side. And then we're going to have that edge again, I think. So we got 18, because it was 21. Got 18 there. Here, and look at what we've got. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. We'll leave the robot do his thing, and then when he's finished, I'll come back and we can start doing some more work on this. So, the robot's done. I did stop him and actually move the blocks up, or move the whole thing up a little bit. Just because I was looking over here and thought, it looks really weird when, this here is actually running up a little bit and then it stops. So I thought if I bring it up and I try and align it with the sides here, it just looks a little bit more like it's meant to be there, and it wasn't half finished. So I've moved it up and I've put a basic ground in underneath it. But you can see here that all the maze has been done. I have also gone through and cleared out some of the areas where the robot's gone in, and he's dug straight in from there. And I've just rerouted it, put the wall back in, and the same over here. It does mean we have a couple of situations, however, like over here, where the robot's come along and dug into this hill here. So the solution here is we use a global mask. So if we go Gmask, and we're looking for anything that's under, so that's what the little stand symbol shows. We're looking for anything that's under stone. So now we're going to global mask. It will only affect those blocks. So if we now say anything under stone is stone, you can see it fills in. We do it again, it fills the next layer in. Cool. We're going to do the same with grass. But in this case, we're not setting it to grass, we're going to set it to dirt. And then we'll do the same again with dirt. And set that to dirt as well. We'll do it once more. Right. The next thing I'm thinking we'll do is we probably need to raise all these up. Because currently, of course, they were only designed to be 2 up. If we go and we say if it's got stone brick under it, we'll fill our stone brick for about 200. And you can see it went up 1 layer, whereas everything else stayed the way it was, because we're looking specifically for stone brick. And this should still be low. Yes, it is. Cool. Right, so we'll do that again. Fill up. Here. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that should be fine. And then what we're going to do is we will do another layer on top. Let's make it netherrack, because that makes it really obvious on top. Now, I'm using netherrack here as an example block. I actually want to do something else with it. But I'm going to do the same over here as well. But of course, this one needs to be higher up. So if we go down here, we'll fill up 1, 2, pretty much the same type of thing. We'll take it up to about 4. Where's that? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 more. And then we'll do a netherrack one. Pretty much the same thing there. It looks ugly. But what I want to do is, in the newer versions of Worldedit, you can use a little formula which will say if the block on the side is next to ear, then make it something else. Unfortunately, I can't do that here. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do this and just clear this out. This. And then we're going to replace all the stone brick that's here with stone. G-mask. Unset that, replace it with all the stone. And that is going to cause some weirdness, but we'll come back and fix that soon. And then what I want to do is fill this in so that it's just got a side or extra side on the piece here where the netherrack is. Well, let's replace all the netherrack with stone brick, because I think that looks actually cool. Just give it a nice texture compared to just being rather plain. So I'm going to go through and replace all of the middle bits, and I'll be back in a moment. So I've gone through and taken out the middles. I did have to change it so it's the other way around, so the stone bricks are actually what's on the top. Mainly because I realised that this is stone. So if I go and replace all of the stone later on, it's going to cause some problems. Especially when we're about to do the step we're about to do, which is G-mask. If it has above it stone brick. It has below it the stone brick. We want to replace the netherrack with stone brick. And that should, as you can see, take it down 1 layer. If we do it again, take it again, again, again. And then this side here, it looks like the sides are correct. The bottom, the middle is still netherrack at the moment, and we'll change that shortly, because as much as I like the red, I don't think it quite goes with the idea. And then here we do the same thing. You can see it's slowly moving down. We just need to do a few more times. Once more. And now we have stone brick on the outside and a netherrack in the middle. And I think that looks reasonably good with the stone brick around it. Let's set gmask to be nothing. Replace the netherrack with stone. Stone? Maybe grass. I like the grass. And you can see it has a bit more of a maze feel because now it looks like there's borders around everything. So we'll leave it like that. The next thing, of course, we need to do is probably take out from here down to here. And actually, what I might do, a little easier, go all the way over to here. Yeah, let's go there. So 2 in, same here. There, step here. Oops. Span 1. Step here. Cool. And now we have a way of getting through that door. Easier. And we'll do the same here. We place 1 there. Put over here and do another one. Yep. This one again. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Cool. So that gives us at that door, and then we'll do the same here as well. Right, so we've got those pieces on there. Now what I'm also thinking, we need to make this a little taller. So let's grab from here, we'll grab some stone. Let's go for wall. There we go, from Quark. We've got the stone bricks there. So I'm thinking we take this one out, put that one there, put that one there. And we put 1, 2. Same on this. And then on top of these, because we are potentially doing this at night, we want this to be reasonably safe. And we have in here magnum torches somewhere. Just a mega torch. Mega torch in at the top there and there. There and there. And now, of course, this whole area is a little more safer. And I'll do the same on the other sides. Right, so that's all 8 doors done. And that gives us our entrances, our exits, and everything else. We're going to go and just at the bottom here is let's just put in a bit of basin. Boring old dirt. Let's go with a cylinder. We're going to make it dirt. Ow. It's dirt. It is dirt 1. So, cylinder, dirt 1. The grass, dirt, stone. Probably 5% stone. Mostly that. Maybe a bit of that. Probably won't get that much. And then we probably also want to have a bit of coarse dirt as well. So let's go 10%. And we want to set that to be 67. So So that just gives it a little bit of a random texture for the ground. Yep, seems to work. So there's one last thing we need to do in this episode, and that is to replace a lot of the stone brick and give the place a little more detail. Like, we've already done the grass, but we do need to make this a little less stone brick. And yeah, it's not going to be completely replacing the stone brick, because that is part of the Lost Cities mod, so it's what we've tried to keep. But we're going to go over here and just reset this, and to the other side as well. And in case you're wondering, that is the top edge, and this over here is the bottom edge. If we go up to here, I think what we need to do is replace a lot of the stone bricks with something a little more worn. I'm going to go replace stone brick, and let's go with 75% stone brick, so it's still a large amount of stone brick. Just the 0 form, which is the one we've currently got on there, and I'm going to grab that. Let's go about 50% stone brick 1, which I believe is mossy. And then we'll go another 10% stone brick 2, which I believe is cracked. We'll go... actually set that one there to be something, so let's go 10% of that, and then the very last thing, a very small amount, will make normal stone. So now that just gives everything a little more detail, so you can see we've got a bit of stone in there, we've got some mossy, and it just looks a little more warm. What I'm also thinking we need to do is give it a little more decal or interest, rather than just being grass. Let's go find ourselves some pumpkin. Probably take some of this out of the way. Some jack-o'-lanterns. We'll go with vines. Maybe a little wall. We'll go back to our wall that we had in there, which was this guy. Stairs, maybe? Stone brick stairs. And I think there's a post. Wooden post, steel post, aluminum post. Let's go steel post. So, what I'm thinking we'll do is, at the sides here and various locations, we need to add some light, because it gets quite dark in here. So, probably something like this might be the way we go, and we'll do the same on this side. And we'll continue that all the way around. We'll also add in some steel posts. So, like, for example, we might add here. We get this thing here. It looks kind of like a lamppost. Especially if we do that. See, doesn't that look cool? Imagine if that was just randomly placed around. It would just, I think, would look quite nice. We're going to add some vines in. Now, of course, the vines are climbable, and that is intentional. Because... no, you might want to get up here and have a look around. What's to stop you hopping up in here and having a look around and see what's going on? But of course, you're not going to be able to get out by going up here. You might be able to bypass stuff, but for the most part, you'll be fine. So we'll put some random vines in, and they'll of course grow down. We're going to put some random broken bits into the thing, so we might put something like that, and further down here we'll put in a stone brick like that. Maybe over here we could put in something like this, maybe? So it just gives it a bit of a broken feel. So give me a moment, and I'll place all these in, and I'll be back in a moment. us done. As you can see, everything is placed in. We've got the edges, here are the doors. And what I'm thinking in the next episode I will do is probably do some automation around the doors, as well as adding secrets and various other things. But you can see the doors are in. We've got the pumpkins, the lights, got some beds, even got some trees in there. And a lot easier to see at night. It's probably the important bit there. That's it for this episode. I'm going to end it here. Next episode will be in a couple of days, so keep an eye out for that. But otherwise, have a great day, and see ya! So, for those people who have kept watching, I've been learning Java. Yep, the language that this version of Minecraft is written in. To be able to make a Minecraft mod, which works very similar to Open Transport Tycoon. One of my enjoyed games, and in this pack here, we have Millionaire, which is a good idea for a mod. Unfortunately, the Millionaire mod didn't quite work the way I wanted. And it also hasn't been upgraded to the latest version of Minecraft. So I thought I'd run a mod, make my own version of things, and that's why things have been delayed and I haven't been doing as much, because I've been trying to get that to work, and it's had some complications. But hopefully, it won't be too long before we get that mod done. That means we won't be too far away from having a new series, a new pack. But thank you for sticking around. If you want to know any more, leave a comment down below. But otherwise, have a great day, and see ya!